Welcome back to Travel Fanatics, everybody. Today we find ourselves in beautiful Pattaya, Thailand at the Centara Grand Mirage Resort. This is a humongous facility right on the beach, and it's got something for just about everybody. So join us today as we take a look at the hotel and the amenities so that you can determine if this is a spot that you might want to visit yourself. To get started, let's talk a little bit about location. So like I said, we're in Thailand. You can find that on the map. It's in Southeast Asia, and the city is Pattaya. And Pattaya is about 90 minutes south from Bangkok on the coast. So if you're gonna travel in, you'll fly into Suvarnabhumi Airport in Bangkok. That's the big international airport. Hop on a taxi, 90 minutes more, and you're here at the resort. Pattaya is a large international community for tourism, so you find people from all over the world here. On any given day, you'll see locals, you'll see people from China and Japan and Korea and Germany and England and Sweden. You'll see folks from the Middle East, from the United States, Canada, Mexico, so pretty much anybody that you can think of is going to be here. So don't be shy. There'll be folks that can speak your language. And in general, English is spoken pretty much universally. So if you can speak some English, you'll be able to get by here, no problem at all. Now, to get into the resort itself, the resort is on the north side of Pattaya, right? So if you think about Pattaya, it's got the coastline, and on the north side is the Nakua area, which is where we're at now. And then you can follow the coastline down, and down at the bottom end of Pattaya, South Pattaya, you'll find Walking Street, which is one of the red light districts here. And there are a number of those, and if you're into that kind of thing, there's tons of nightlife. But we're really gonna focus more on the family-friendly piece of this. We've got two young kids, 13 and 11, and they've been having an absolutely stunning time here along with the rest of the family. Actually, we're visiting this resort with both my in-laws, my wife's parents, and our children. So we've got three different generations all coming together to visit this facility, and we've had a great time so far. This is the front of the facility, and behind me you can see arrivals. There's this really majestic, I don't know what you call it. It's a big thing that comes out between the two towers, and you drive up and you drop off and you walk in and you go into reception. It's quite awe-inspiring and imposing. It's very cool. So a lot of ambiance here. This is just a good example of the mood that the hotel strikes when you arrive. It's really, really nice. Behind me you can see the reception area. One thing to note is that reception is open air and outdoors, which is really nice. Now, it can be super hot because this is Thailand, so don't expect the nice air-conditioned area as soon as you arrive, because check-in will be outdoors. You can see the entrance to Aqua, the really nice high-end lounge here on my right, and then the elevator banks for this particular wing are behind us. The other wing is across the way. The pool facilities are really quite nice, and they're broken up to three different areas. So you've got a big lazy river that runs around the whole facility, the whole pool area in any event. And there are a number of slides and waterfalls in the lazy river. So it's not your basic lazy river, it's actually pretty nice. Behind me you can see the main pool. The main pool also has a swim-up bar, which is nice. You can charge drinks back to the room. Remember, this isn't that all-inclusive type of environment that you find like in Cancun areas. You're paying for everything pretty much a la carte, but they make it easy, even though it's not that super cheap. Prices are on the higher end here, absolutely, but you get a lot for what you pay for. Now, and the third piece is a kids play area where they have a lot of water buckets that pour water down and slides and that kind of thing. So all in all, we've really enjoyed the pool experience here, had a really great time. One nice item is that all of the floats for the lazy river are kind of included in the low price. So at the entrance, you could just grab one and hop in. One cool feature of the hotel are the hidden nooks and crannies that you'll find around. So the grounds are fairly vast, and the pool area is sprawling, and it's on multiple levels. So this area is a kind of a cool entrance area that can be missed if you're not looking for it. So you enter here, And then there are 2 different levels of slides that go all the way down to the lazy river. That's, I don't know, 20 or 30, 40 foot drop in elevation, which is really, really cool. So you hop in here, you can wade through, hit this first set of slides. There's another wading pool, another set of slides, and that takes you all the way down to the lazy river where you can float around. So make sure as you explore the grounds, you look for all of these little hidden areas with all of these cool activities. The Centara Grand Mirage has a number of different room types to meet your needs. Everything from single bedrooms to suites to family rooms with bunk beds. We had a deluxe ocean view room, which is rather nice, but the only thing that I didn't like was that the bathroom wasn't in a separate room. There was just a curtain that separated it from the rest of the bedroom. Now, all the rooms aren't like that, just this particular style, but it's something to think about as you're choosing which room you want at the resort. Now let's talk a little bit about food. There are a number of different areas that you can eat at the facility. There's a bar restaurant in the lobby, which is really quite nice. There's a restaurant down by the beach and the pools. At the pool bar, there's actually a eating area, dining area there. You can have food brought to all of the different seating around the pool. You can do room service. But the area that I've enjoyed the most, and this is true of pretty much every place I've ever stayed, is the humongous breakfast buffet, right? So when I look for a resort, I look for what is breakfast gonna be like? And this place delivers really well. So you can kind of see behind me the entrance to the breakfast restaurant, and there's a humongous spread in there. They've got everything from a soup bar to an egg bar. They've got all your Western food. They've got a huge section of Eastern food. They have a Thai food section. They've got an Indian food section. They've got salads. They've got cold cuts. They've got a kids section. My boys were super impressed because they actually have macaroni and cheese every day for breakfast and chicken nuggets, which, while not my favorite food, they're into, so they love it. So if you're looking for a really good spread, this place has got you covered. Anything that you could possibly think of, they have here, and they rotate through the specific choices on a daily basis. So it's not the same thing every day, but it's the same style of stuff every day. Make sure that you stop by, and if you book a room here, make sure you get breakfast for everyone every day. Behind me, you see Lost World Adventureland. This is a extra pay facility here at the hotel. So it's not included in the base cost, but for a little bit of extra cash, you can bring your kids here, and they have a zip line and trampoline and other activities that are cool for them, right? So if you want them to have an expanded experience here at the facility, bring them over to the Lost World, and they can play all day long for a fixed price. The hotel has its own private beach, I guess you'd say, and they put these pontoons out around the beach area to kind of mark off their territory, which is both kind of interesting and kind of annoying at the same time. I don't think it's very pretty. The beach is okay, maybe a 6 out of 10. So it's not the most beautiful beach that I've ever seen, but it's definitely not the ugliest for sure. It's got that sandy dirt color, so it's not a white beach that you might see in the Caribbean or Florida, someplace like that. The water is very warm. And it's not super rough here either. It might be different at different times of the year, but right now it's really quite pleasant. Now, when you talk about weather, it's super hot here all the time. You know, they say there are like 3 seasons in Thailand. There's hot and rainy, hot and rainier, and hotter and rainier. So that's just something that you need to expect. And as you can see, it's starting to sprinkle on me right now as we're talking. So you know, we walked around quite a bit, found some beautiful shells on the beach, got in the water. Water was just gorgeous, warm, relaxing. So while it's not necessarily the most beautiful beach that you've ever seen, I think you'll enjoy it when you take some time to jump out in the water. All right, folks, that is going to wrap up our review of the Centara Grand Mirage in Pattaya, Thailand. Our family had a wonderful time at this facility. The outdoor activity kept the kids playing, and we had a great time in the pools and bars, and I think you will have just as much fun as we did. If you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and we'll see everybody on our next adventure.